Growing backlash against artificial intelligence in screens in classrooms, the New York State Teachers Union is calling for a ban on screen use for kids through second grade, and city school leaders are rethinking AI in classrooms. Joining us now, Alex Zimmerman, a reporter for the education nonprofit Chalkbeat. Alex, good to see you. So what kind of efforts are we seeing at the state and local level to limit screens and AI for students, especially of that age?
Yeah, so here in New York City, the policy efforts have been pretty limited so far and pretty piecemeal. There was one effort in Washington Heights and Inwood to take a screen break a couple weeks ago, where schools kind of dialed back the use of screens for a few days. Otherwise, there haven't been any major policy efforts to reduce screen use yet. But as you mentioned, the state teachers union and the local teachers union are starting to ramp up some pressure to do that. There are a fair number of parents who are calling on the city to put out a more aggressive policy that would limit the use of AI and screens in schools. And the city is in the process of coming out with new AI guidance. So there should be more movement on that soon.
Well, let me ask you this. So what are like some of the specific concerns that parents and teachers are raising about all of this screen time that these kids are kind of inundated with, and AI that we keep hearing about each and every day having a more and more active role in education? What kind of changes, I guess, guardrails are they looking to kind of put in place?
Yeah, so a big concern is about this idea of cognitive offloading, which is the idea that, if you're relying on AI to help do work, or if you're a teacher using AI to help with your grading or lesson planning, that you're sort of avoiding some of the important intellectual struggle that's part of learning and part of teaching. I'd say there are also social emotional concerns for kids, especially as chatbots get better and better, that, you could have scenarios where kids are developing relationships with these bots instead of spending as much time talking to each other. And then you also have big concerns about data privacy. Are these companies getting lots of granular information about student performance that you might not want in the hands of a specific company?
What happened with schools and I guess with teachers I know during the pandemic, obviously screens were essential to get kids back learning because they couldn't be in the classroom. But did it get to a point where people were like, oh, hey, this is kind of easy, or this is good, so let's just kind of continue this?
Yeah, it definitely accelerated in the pandemic. Many schools now have, one-to-one devices for students. And in some places, this is as young as kindergarten, right? And I think some people just have kind of a gut reaction that kindergartners with Chromebooks or iPads is not the best idea. Another thing that has happened is the state tests, which are federally mandated in grades 3 through 8 in reading and math, are now going digital. And a lot of teachers feel like students need time on computers and to do schoolwork on computers in order to be prepared to take those tests. So that's been another sort of important shift that I think is playing out in classrooms as well. During the pandemic, the city also began rolling out these digital assessments that students have to take 3 times a year. Those are also often done digitally. So you're right that the pandemic sort of sparked a lot of this.
I mean, the days of a number 2 pencil, the 4 choices, Scantron, stuff like that, those are kind of, I know, things of the past. Hey, we're in the first year of a statewide cell phone ban in schools. And that model, do you think that could be something that kind of trickles down to iPads and things of that nature? Because everything that we're hearing right now from teachers and schools is like, this has been a godsend, getting phones out of the hands of these kids.
Yeah, there's definitely in general, a lot of device skepticism. And I think in terms of how the case against screens built with the cell phone ban, you're seeing something similar bubble up. I'd say a main logistical difference is, to dial back the use of screens in schools that schools are providing. You don't have to come up with complicated systems for collecting the devices from students. And it's not a student's necessarily personal device that they're using in school. So in a logistical sense, it's a little bit easier, but in another sense, it's a lot harder because schools just have developed lots of routines for using those devices during the day. So it's going to require bigger changes to
yeah. And the flip side of the coin, you don't want these kids to fall too far behind the use of screens, because as they get older, they are going to need them at some point, whether professionally or socially. So you want them to be smart about it. Alex, thank you. We appreciate it. Alex Zimmerman from Chalkbeat.
Good to be here.
And you can read more reporting on this issue at chalkbeat.org.